Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while since I posted on here. I think the last video I did was when me and Meg went to London, our London vlog maybe, or mine and Amy's Christmas video. I don't know, but either one of those was over a year ago, so it's been a little while. I have written blogs, I just haven't filmed anything because life gets a bit crazy. I don't really have the time, or I don't think to. I do have the time, but I don't think to film until after something's happened and I'm like, oh, probably could have filmed that. Anyway, I wanted to jump on here today because I wanted to share something that is really important to me and I felt like a blog couldn't really sum it up. It's something that I've written about before, but this time I wanted to just make it a bit more real and a bit more open, I guess. And that's the topic of bullying. So today, the reason I've done this today actually marks quite a significant day for me. It's actually the day that 6 years ago I was harassed on the street by my bullies from school. And it doesn't matter how many years go past, I still remember that day as if it was yesterday. And even if I haven't thought about it, like in the lead up, I always remember it, even on that day. Facebook does remind me because I put a status out not long after it happened, but even without that, something just reminds me about that day. And I haven't really gone into much detail before about what happened that day, that night even. But kind of very long story short, I was walking home from a training session that I'd been to with my friends, and we passed a group of lads who we knew from school, and they hurled verbal abuse at us, which was mainly indicated at me, or was indicated at me, and also threw things in our direction, in my direction, so say. That for me was such a significant part of my life because I think I realized then how cruel this world is. Like before, I'd been bullied like for years by that point. So yeah, okay, the words I was kind of used to. But I was always used to it being at school or being, I don't know, in a closed environment of some sort. So to actually have it like in a public place and to that extent, that destroyed me. And it scared me in the sense of, is this what it's always going to be like? Like, is this society? Is this the world that we grow up in? And it took a lot. It took a lot to get over that point. And I was 14 at the time. And as I said, I'd been bullied a lot anyway. I was experiencing bullying. And it sucked. It was a really crappy stage of my life. And it was a point where I was like, is it gonna get better? I didn't want to go to school. I didn't go to school. Some days anyway. And at 14 years old, I had already given up on myself. I had already said, you know what? Nope, I've got no hope. Maybe they're right. Maybe their words are right. Maybe what they call me is right. Maybe I am all those things. And if I am all those things, then how the heck am I going to succeed? And it was tough. And for some of it, I perhaps kept a lot of it in. And that's why I wanted to share this video, because it is so important to talk. So important. And I know that's cliche, oh, talk to someone, someone's always there, but they are. And it may not feel like it, and believe me, I know what it feels like to not feel like they are. To feel like no one gets it. To feel like you are the only one fighting that battle. I get it. But people are there. And okay, did talking take away my problems? No. But they halved them. And they meant that I wasn't facing them on my own. And slowly, in time, I guess talking helped me build the tools that I needed to fight it. To overcome it. And to not believe what I was being told by my bullies every day. Bullying hurts. And it sucks that we are in the 20th century and it still happens. And I know it still happens. Being a youth worker, I know it still happens. I see from a different point of view now, young people experiencing it. I still experience it. I still go out on the street and get called names. I still have messages to my Instagram inbox from people that I don't know calling me every name under the sun. I still have my photos used on pages to make fun and jokes out of people with disabilities. I still have all of that. Just because I left school doesn't mean it stopped. The only difference is now I perhaps have the tools, the knowledge, and the resilience to deal with it. And I only got that because I spoke to people, because I asked for help. And I guess the message I wanted to share is that you are not on your own. If you can relate to any of the things that I have mentioned, or if you can relate to bullying, or if you can relate to not feeling good enough, or if you can relate to being put down for a factor or a characteristic that you can't control, I get it. And it may feel like you are the only person fighting it because everyone else paints a picture of a perfect life. Well, nah. Let me tell you, that is not the case. You're not on your own, and as hard as it feels, and believe me, I know, it does get better. So, 6 years, I'm now at university. I say now at university. I finish university in a week, but then I go on to do my master's. I'm now living independently. I am working for an incredible organisation in a job that I love. I'm now supporting young people who are going through similar or other situations like I have. I'm now being a role model to them. I'm now supporting them and encouraging them to believe in themselves. And it sounds cliche, I know, but I wouldn't have been able to do any of that if I hadn't have spoken out and told someone that I was struggling, because eventually it would have just destroyed me. I wouldn't have gone back to school. I wouldn't have taken my GCSEs, and I wouldn't have got into university or any of the things that I've done. It is so hard feeling like you're not good enough, or feeling like the world doesn't accept you and not knowing why. But we can help. We can all help. By being kind, by checking up on one another, by complimenting one another, by supporting and empowering one another. That is all it takes. So if you do feel in any way like I just described, talk. Drop me a message. Drop your friend a message. Drop a teacher at school a message. Share it with someone. There are so many charities out there who want to support you. Your family around you want to support you, but they can only do that if they know. They're not mind readers. And if any of you watching this have made anyone feel like they are not good enough, or feel for 1 minute that they might as well give up on themselves regardless of what age they are, then you need to consider what's wrong with you, not us. This is such a spontaneous video. I didn't plan it. I didn't script it, and I'm not going to edit it because it's important. Please, please talk to someone. Reach out and be kind to one another. In the world situation right now, we need it more than ever. So please talk, support, and don't you dare give up. Because I promise that even though it seems impossible and it seems like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, one day you're going to be living the life that you always dreamt of.